Y'all hear them sirens? You know where I'm at. New York City. New York. Something just hit me, so I had to pull out this camera and start recording. Alignment. Rastaman say alignment. I need to tell y'all something. See, about a year ago, I'm walking in the same section like this. It was much colder. I think I walked past the same truck, matter of fact. Right? About a year ago, more than a year ago, because it was colder, like I said. And guess what? I had my locks free form like this. And obviously, I combed out my hair, braided it, whatever the case is, because it should have been maybe two to three times longer than this had I kept up the journey. And you know that it is said a lot of times that whenever you repeat something, and of course it is not by your own will, it just repeats itself. It comes around again like verbatim. That is because Yah is giving you another opportunity to do something that you were supposed to do. Maybe something that he wanted you to do. Maybe a commitment that you made that he wants you to fulfill. It's something very important, more than what you know or realize. And I know I've been jaw-jacking about freeforming my hair, and it's been a fight. Ridiculous fight. And I believe it's definitely a fight without myself and, dark forces, the enemy. But I think a lot of it is coming from within. And especially how my mind has been expanded recently, that there are ideas that some people have. Some people said they know for a fact that there are parallel universes. In other words, there's another universe, another world or dimension, really, interlinked and interwoven, where there is another you. And I don't want to get too deep in it because it's very expensive, but the other you is not too different from the you that you are now. It's very similar, with a slight few differences. So, I'm not saying I received it as my gospel truth, but according to thoughts that I had already had previously to reading that or coming into that person's revelation, is that there's some truth in it. My truth is a little different, wherein in life there are many paths, innumerable amounts of paths. Sorry for the noise, y'all. I'm in the industrial area, as you can tell. So there are numerous paths that one could take, right? Numerous opportunities that one could take. Some of the end results of those paths it's the same end goal, but of course the journey to the end point of that path is exactly the same. And some endpoints are totally different based on the choices that you make now. It is directing, it is turning you like this, shifting your direction, varying degrees, various altitudes, various latitudes, longitudes, all of the tudes, various attitudes. It affects the journey of the path, and it probably could affect the end point. So at the end of my preamble, what am I saying? I could choose to cut my hair if I want to. I could choose to comb it out again and just keep on braiding it. I'm not going to lose that much length because it ain't that knotted right now. It looks like it, but it ain't. The more I wash it, really, the more matted it gets. So I could do that. I could go back to retwisting. I could do that right now because I just did a braid out the other day, and it was real easy to do. It was more difficult to take out because my locks are still forming, so they're still pretty uh, fuzzy. I want to walk towards the sun. I don't want to work where it's dark. I could do that, or I could continue on the freeform journey, which is really where I feel the highest light and vibration coming from. That is the path that I need to go. It is the highest. You know what I'm saying? The highest vibration. The highest vibrational path that I should go on. Like, that's the feeling I have. How you doing? That's like the highest path that I feel like I should be going on. But it's not a heaven or hell issue here. But again, when you are making decisions and you're at certain junction points, you don't know what the journey entails, what blessings, what joys. Of course, we always focus on the bad parts of our journey, but the bad parts ain't really bad. Those are just parts. I guess it's what you make of it, but how will you ever know? And I'm preaching to myself now. If you never choose a path and become definite in the path, how will you ever know if you just keep starting and changing? It's like the same thing with success. You ain't never gonna be successful in anything if you just keep on oscillating. So apparently there is some major blessing positively from me letting my hair honestly just be as it is and accepting it as it is. And because your hair is you. Your hair is you. So to take care of your hair is really to take care of you, take care of your soul. Sorry, something jumped in my eye. So to take this journey and love myself, love how I look, accept how I look. Matter of fact, you ain't even got to love yourself at first, because some things take time. But if you do accept yourself, you are well on your way. You know what I mean? So this journey keeps on coming back full circle. And I'm not talking about the retwist. I'm talking about the natty, the matted hair, that type of locks. That keeps on coming around full circle. So I need to get my hips in order and be obedient to the highest vibration of the spirit, the Ruach HaKodesh, is trying to do with my hair. So if you become in tune with your highest emanation of self, your highest vibration of self, I'm back. I'm on a certain type of wavelength that I used to flow in. I know it when I hear myself. I know it when I hear it. I'm back. Sorry, y'all. When you become in tune with the highest emanation of yourself, the highest vibration of yourself, that point where the light of self, the light of spirit within is the highest, and you become in tune with that, you recognize and you discern it. I think you do yourself justice to trod that path. It is not going to be easy. So just erase that out of your spirit. Erase that out of your consciousness right now. You're going to get fought. Can we all just say amen to that one? You're going to get fought. You are. You can expect double the fight. From outside yourself, and these are people, places, and things, family, friends, maybe having some doors closed in your face because you are seeking to connect and become the highest emanation of yourself, emanation of the God within that God put there, because He is the Most High and we are the lowercase gods. And then you're going to get a fight from within. That's probably going to be the toughest one. I guess it all depends on how connected you are to the outside world, connected you are to yourself, and connected you are to family, people's places and things. I guess it depends on how connected you are to your physical surroundings. And that includes, again, people's places and things. Because you could have an acceptance of self, but the fact that everyone else around you or circumstances around you or outside you is in rejection of you, that could throw you into a place where you start losing your sense of self-acceptance. So that's something to consider too. But I firmly believe that once you master and you win and you overcome that battle within yourself of accepting yourself as you are, accepting your highest and truest emanation of the light within yourself, the being within yourself, I think like 80% of that war is won. 80% of it. The 20% is probably just staying in that frequency and in that vibration. Because watch this. You may at some point decide, all right, you know what, I'm good. I've got what I was supposed to get from this journey. I got what I was supposed to get from this particular emanation of self. On to the next one. You feel me? But life is so funny that by the time you reach that change, everybody's pissed off because why you did that? I liked it. Why you did this? Why you did that? Oh man, what's wrong with you, man? Why you did this? Why you changed up? You look so good, this and that. But notice, right? The whole time during that fight moment, that fight point, nobody was by your side. Nobody gave you no compliments. Nobody said, you're an inspiration. Nobody said nothing. As soon as you get ready to change now and transition, I ain't talking about switch up like a switch up, you're not stable in the mind and you just switching up, as much as your emotion switches up. No, I'm talking about, okay, I'm good. I've received what I was supposed to receive from this. I'm transitioning to something else. Where was y'all at? You see, so that's why I said the inner battle, once you win that, once you beat that, 80% of that war is won. I promise you that. 80% of it is won. You're off to a good start. So right now, as far as I see, getting back to my hair, and acceptance of self, I've gained some weight over the years. It's been kind of hard to let it go. But even looking at my face now, I know that I'm slimming down some. My fitted jeans is getting kind of sagging a little bit. So I praise God for that. All due to meditation, because I really haven't been eating differently, in my opinion. Maybe less, but visualization and meditation do help. But I'm not facing too much battles concerning the outside right now. But I sense that the strongest battle is coming from within, and it's going to be won. It's going to be won. I promise you. I promise myself that battle is going to be won in Yahuwah's name. I'm telling you, it's going to be won. Because I've seen it in a vision, going back to the parallel universes, going back to the different paths which lead to either a same exact endpoint or a slightly different endpoint or a totally different endpoint. And the journey from the start to the endpoint, you never know what you're about to go through until you go through it. So this thing keeps coming back full circle. So I think that it is imperative that I strap on my war gear and win this battle within. So that when and if the battle comes from the outside, I'm already equipped. I just don't give a F, right? I ain't gonna cuss. But I need to practice the art of not giving a F. Because again, that's gonna help you in the inner war. when you just don't care no more what people think. And it's not a not caring like, okay, you're lazy and you're nasty. No. Or, you know, you have no ambition. It's a I accept myself for who I am. And I don't need nobody's validation. And I think that if a lot of people would win that inner war, I'm talking to single people, they already be married. Their spouse would just boop, their spouse would be right there. They would start running into these horrible, toxic relationships because they wouldn't be relying on someone to give them that sense of worth fully. Yeah, your partner, they affirm you, but it really should be coming from yourself. They should be echoing the truths that you tell yourself, the powerful affirmations that you tell yourself. They should be echoing that. Or they will stop sabotaging these divine relationships because they have way too much expectations on people. I could say ouch on both ends. I know both sides of it. So, Yah wants me to get to the point. Jah wants me to get to the point. All right, you 30, so what? So what, you single right now? So? And? I had one coworker, he said he an atheist, but we used to have interesting conversations. He used to make me laugh because he would challenge me in certain ways, and I'd be like, and they would just bust out laughing because we were talking about something of that similar sort. And you know, we were talking about spouses and how I felt like I should have been married by now and all this, that. He said, you know, why? I said, what you mean, why? He said, why you feel like you should have been married by now? Because, you know, this and this and that. And he was like, why? Who, in other words, who put that in your spirit? That is supposed to be the truth of what you're walking in right now. Who put that on you? Who made you feel insufficient? And I had to like really pause and reflect on that question. I really did. And I still don't have the answer to this day, but I'm going to get it. He was like, no, don't. You're not incomplete. You're complete by yourself. Getting back to what I'm saying, you're complete as is. You should be accepting yourself as is. Because if you could do that again, you won't run into some of these nut jobs, excuse my French, because you sitting here not accepting yourself, expecting or waiting for somebody else to give you that validation. You wouldn't be running into that. Or at least when them type of people approach you, you would see them coming from a mile away. And you would put them down silently. Headshot. They wouldn't even know what hit them. Because you already see their spirit. You already see, I accept myself. You come to bring some drama. And I know, because I know myself. I know where I came from. And I see that dirty vibration on you. I'm good. No, I'm not dating right now. I'm good. I'm single. Thank you, though. I know I'm cute. I know I'm handsome. God bless you. But, yeah. I feel good today, man. Get some sunlight. Give some sunlight. I'm telling you. I'm telling you. And these are the things that I am learning as a Christafari. You feel me? I'm going to put the two words together. It's not an original term, but I am a Christafarian. I'm a Christafari. Because Rasta really is that. Acceptance of self. Acceptance of your naturalist. Your most natural self. And acceptance of others as well in their most natural self. Not trying to change them, but just really for the upliftment of self. Upliftment of family, community. Upliftment of nature. The maintaining of nature. Eating nature. Becoming one with nature. You know, and that's really, in essence, why the Rasta locks their hair. Some say it's to, resemble the Lion of Judah and Re-te-te. But the truth is, they're allowing their hair to be its most natural self. And hair in its most natural state, if you don't comb it or brush it, it locks up, it mats. So, nature don't have combs. Just to put that in perspective, before you call someone with locks or the freeform locks dirty. If we were truly natural as a society, nature does not have combs or brushes. You feel me? I'm not saying that combing your hair or brushing your hair is um is okay, what's the word? I'm not saying that combing or combing your hair, brushing your hair is unclean, because we all know we should take showers every day, at least twice a day. But to comb and brush your hair, I'm not saying it's clean to do so or unclean not to do so, but what I'm saying is it's not natural. That's what I'm saying. It is not natural. So it's neither bad nor good, but it's not natural, because again, if we were living in nature as we once were, let me be careful. Some people say we have to advance as a society. Yeah, true. So let me not offend you. But if we were in nature, nature don't got no combs. You would just go to the river and wash your hair with some bush or whatever, or some tea rinse, whatever you would use in your hair. And like they say in Florida, shake and go. You just wake up, shake your locks and go. You good. But yeah, I'm really accepting the symbolism of Rastafari or Rastafarianism, what it stands for. And I'm also a follower of Christ, Yeshua, the Messiah, Jesus Christ, Jesus Christus. So I do not worship Selassie as God, nor as the Messiah. He himself did not promote that, but he told his followers to follow the Gospels and follow Christ. So I don't know where this erroneous ideas of Selassie worship came from. It's not biblical, nor is it something he preached. So anytime you hear somebody say Haile Selassie is God or Christ, that's not true. It's not biblical. So if you preach the Bible, you should preach it truthfully. There's only one true Christ, the Mashiach, the one that Yahuwah sent. Nobody else. He deserves all the praise and glory. But yeah, Rastafari is really just that natural way of life in its essence. It's not a religion. It's really anti-religion, honestly. You know, it's Judeo-Christian way of life, a clean way of life. So most of the time, Rastafarians will be vegetarian, but I think that's an area of debate, because some still eat meat. They do not eat pork, definitely not. Some are vegan, raw vegan. Some are vegetarian. They cook their food, but they eat vegetarian. And some are vegetarian mostly, but they'll have fish. No shellfish. Like I said, it's a pretty Judeo Christian diet. It's like a mixture of the two, the really perfect mixture of the two. And I think that real true Christianity is Rastafarianism. That's what I think. So that's why I said I'm a Christafari. I'm a Christafarian. You know what I mean? But that's just me. I like to be different. So, but yeah, that's my parameter for the day. My prophetic thoughts of my mind, of self-acceptance, acceptance of self, loving the self, seeing the self in its most natural state, and being the self from that point, not backing down, but withholding yourself to that standard, to your own standard. And to recapitulate, once you get the revelation of the highest emanation of self, the highest vibration of yourself, you'll see it all right, watch this. I hope I have memory. Lord, let the video continue till I say this. You will get the revelation of it when you see it in someone else. So you'll see someone and be like, man, and you see yourself in them. You see yourself as them or as what they represent. Or it could come to you in the form of a message, prophetic message. Somebody could prophesy to you. But most of the time, you see it within your inner eye, your inner soul, your inner knowing knows it. You'll see it in a dream or vision. You just know it. You just know it. Oh, so the vision I had, I seen myself, I was slimmer. Not drastically, but I was definitely slimmer. And my hair had grown. It was in this free form, and I was doing the video like this. And I was just happy, bouncy. I was electric. So I see that as a path to go on. Is it my choice to take the path? Yeah, it's my choice. I could to do it or not. But again, that is the highest vibration of self that I have seen that keeps on reaching out. That is the highest vibration of self, the highest emanation of self in that parallel universe, trying to connect and trying to manifest as is in the spirit now. So it keeps on showing up. The circumstances keep on showing up for you to take that path. So you do yourself an injustice not to find out, not to fight. Like somebody saying, I left something for you in this house. It's a treasure and it's awesome. But I'm not going to tell you what it is. You got to find your way to this house. Here's the directions. I'm going to do the footwork for you. Find the house. So when you find the house, search all the rooms, but you're going to find that treasure chest. Once you come to that house, you're going to find that treasure chest. And it's for you. I put this away for you. You would be a dummy not to allow your curiosity to run and allow you to go get that treasure chest. You would be stupid not to do it. So I thank God for my crown chakra open up now. You can see it behind me. Symbolism of the sun. So you can see my crown chakra open. You can see my pineal gland open. And you see that I'm an enlightened being talking, sharing this revelation with you. So Yahweh bless you and keep you. Yahweh make his face to shine upon you and be gracious unto you. Yahweh lift up the light of his countenance upon you and give you shalom. I am Voyager. Shemayim. Peace. Peace, kings and queens. Peace, all Christafari.